Hello. Yes, I mean, as you can see on the title, uh, I mean, I got to speak with a lot of people like over time. It's not just from recent time, and I realized that there were a lot of misconception about breastfeeding. Even some mothers who like having babies. Uh, Sometimes are oblivious about very important aspect of breastfeeding or information about breastfeeding. And I've been trying like over time like to like share my experience everywhere I can share my experience. But at the time I wanted to do a series of video like to really try to cover from my perspective all the aspects of breastfeeding. Oh, obviously, because I mean, recently I've been having issue with long videos. At the same time, I don't even think that is a good idea to make very long videos. So I'm just gonna be making series. It will be like part 1, part 2, and maybe sometime part 3 from the same like under the same subject, and 10 minutes or little maybe 12 minutes to trying to cover all that. Like on this video, this particular one, as you can see on the title, is the benefits of breastfeeding or extended breastfeeding. Uh, yes, I mean, obviously for personal experience, all I can say that for me, from my point of view, breastfeeding has been, for my part and for my babies, something very positive, something very good, and almost all the aspect. Obviously, I'm not gonna hide that uh, it can be a bit hard to say that contraignant. It can be a bit like limited. It limits like the for some people who are like love to drink or love to things like that. It can be difficult, you know. Personally, drinking is not something that I'm crazy about, you know. Like when when I'm not breastfeeding, I will drink, but I'll drink there and there, you know, small, but it's not something that I miss. But I can understand that some people, it can become a problem like over time, like especially when I see that in the last 4 years, I was pregnant 3 times, two times, my bad, 2 times, and I breastfed for my second daughter. I breastfed her for 17 months. I got pregnant when she was 1 year old, so I breastfed her from half of my pregnancy, and then my milk dried out, and then 4 months later, I had my son. That I start breastfeeding him. I'm still breastfeeding him now. It will be too soon. Will be 2 years old soon. So altogether, I breastfed for almost 4 years. So for me, it's not a problem. You know, I don't feel. I mean, there's no really like physically or mentally any part of it. I'll be like, I wish I didn't do it, or I wish I don't have to do it. No, I don't. But then that's what I always say that is important. Like all those things when it comes to those type of subject is something that you prepare way before when you were pregnant. If you know that one day you're gonna have kids, if you're like being interested about breastfeeding but you're not very sure, I mean, I think it's very important to research, to try to cover all the questions that you have, all the worries that you have, all the ideas that you have. I mean, really trying to research so that you can already prepare yourself mentally. I believe that is very important. Me breastfeeding, I always knew that it's something I was going to do. I always knew that I wanted to have kids, except if there were any type of problem that I cannot control. Lucky enough, I was able to have my kids. So obviously, from the moment I had my kids, it was just for me a natural thing to breastfeed. It was never like a question about am I going to breastfeed or am I going to uh, breastfeed and then give birth. Oh no, it was breastfeeding all along. And I was very lucky that the 3 kids breastfeeding worked very, very well. It was very easy. And so that's why because I realized now, especially in the Black communities all over the world, from Africa to America to everywhere there are Black people, women have become more and more reluctant in breastfeeding. I become more and more reluctant. I don't really know what is the problem. I would love to like talk with more and more people about that, to know for example, what make them be against breastfeeding. Because yeah, some people are really, really against. Some people will find excuses like, okay, no, I want something that is practical. I need to go to work. I can't be breastfeeding. Some people be categorical from the beginning that I don't want to breastfeed. They're very, very against it from the beginning. So that's something I would really love to know. But like for the few people I spoke with about it, from my perspective, I feel like is the reasons are not that deep. I'm not trying to insult anyone or to disrespect anyone, but not that deep. And then you realize that also that this is because they don't really know much about breastfeeding and about the benefit of breastfeeding, both for the mother and for the baby. And that's the reason why I decided to do like a series of video trying to cover all that. This one gonna be like the benefit of extended breastfeeding, especially for the baby. But the next series of video that I will do, because this one will probably be in 3 parts, but the next one will be the benefit for the mother. And even myself, it just recently that I found out about the benefit for the mother who breastfeeds, especially extended breastfeeding. And like I was floored. I couldn't believe it. Like it's just so many good stuff. So yes, I just wanted to go. You're gonna be seeing me looking down because I got nuts here, and I wanted like to bring together the note and also my own experience. So like, what are the benefit of breastfeeding or extended breastfeeding? The first one obviously is the nutrition. It provides good nutrition for the baby. It provides vitamins. It provides minerals. It provides fat, proteins. And also what we need to understand is that every mother produces specific milk for their baby. That's something that I find magical. Like, your milk will adapt to the need of your baby. It will adapt. So you will see from the moment you start breastfeeding, and maybe 10 minutes later, the milk doesn't have the same consistency. And also, what I read and when I was doing my research is that as the baby is breastfeeding, the signal are sent to the brain for what the baby need, or maybe the baby is about to be sick, and that the baby is about to be sick, but the baby is covering something, and the signal will be sent to the brain, and the order will be sent to the body to make like a milk that it got is it antibodies? Excuse me, because sometimes I mix French and English. To protect the baby, to reinforce the baby immune system and all those things. And I found that like very, very magical. So that one, yes, that's nutrition, providing nutrition. It boosts the immune system. That's that one we know. From my experience, for what I research, breastfeeding babies are very, very healthy in general. Very, very healthy, very, very strong, very, very alert, very, very active, very, yes. I like my kids. To be honest with you, none of my child have been sick to that. Like, I have to take them to the hospital. My older one is 13 years old, and none of them has been sick where I need to take them to the hospital. She's 13 years old. And I got a 3.5-year-old and a soon to be 2-year-old. All of them is the same thing. Very, very healthy. Even when the teeth are growing, there's no fever, there's no crying, there's no all that. That's another thing that me personally, and I also hear a lot of people saying that, even some medical professionals saying that breastfeeding help, you know, with like numb. I don't know if it's numb, but like I said, that exactly what I said previously, that a message is sent to the brain. So probably when the baby is sitting, so the message is sent like to make it easy for the baby. And my babies, you don't cry when that, you don't even realize when it's happening. You will just see like four teeth coming out at the same time, and there's no fever, there's no nothing. It has been like that for 1, 2, 3. So I definitely believe that got something to do with breastfeeding, because most people I know around me who are not breastfeeding, I mean, you will know it when the baby is crying, is a fever, is all those things. I never have to deal with that. The only thing that I will see is like a loose bowl, like like for a child who is started to have like consistent, like normal poo, excuse me, it will become suddenly loose for like 1 or 2 days, and then that's it. But nothing more. So that one I can guarantee, yes, for me, from my own experience, for what I research, is very true. It makes moms healthier. Yes, that one I will cover down the next series. Like I said, I will cover all the benefits, health benefit for mother who breastfeed for a long period of time. I will cover that one. It boosts the brain development. That's very true too. From what I research and from my own experience, breastfeeding baby are very smart, very alert, very bright, very sharp. It's the sharpness. It's the sharpness. Like, I don't know how to tell you like that. Like, my kids, I realize even when they're very young. Like, if you've been ironical, like, you know, you're trying to make fun of them in a funny way, the certain way that maybe some adult will pick up. The child at that age, like a year old, they're able to pick it. It let you know that they're not happy, that you know that you're making fun of them or something like that. You've been what's the other word? You've been sarcastic, you know, like where you answer them in the funny way, they will pick it up. You know, not only that, the way to talk. My kids speak, you know, in the house we speak more than 4 different languages, but they pick, like when they start speaking, is like proper sentences, full sentences, rich sentences, you know, like my kids don't go like by saying word funny way, no, all of them. And I mean, it's not just I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't think so. Oh, maybe I have great gene, I don't know, for to have 3 kids that all of them are like that. I don't think. My son, people were telling me, you know, boys are a bit slow in talking. My son speak very fast, very quick, very early. I mean, he starts saying his first word very early. I don't want to say any nonsense, but I got everything anyway recorded. He started walking at 10 months old, you know. At 10 months, he was walking. At 8 months, he was going up and down the stairs, which is funny because for somebody who is not walking yet, he was able to go up the stairs and down the stairs. Start talking very early is very, I mean, so I don't think that is just a chance. So I would stop this video here, and I would go for part 2, because I'm already like 13 minutes and I'm scared. I don't want to have the same problem I had before with video that were too long and that I couldn't upload. So please share this video. It's very important. Share it with anyone you can share it with. Like it, please comment. Let us have a talk about this, and also don't forget to subscribe, please. If you're not subscribed, if you have not subscribed, the channel just started getting interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. Right now I'm into breastfeeding and all those things, but as you can see in my intro, all the things that are gonna be covered, I have people for years telling me to be making videos, because I got a lot of content, I got a lot of things, but it just is a lot, you know, it's a lot to cover, a lot of things. And sometimes I don't want to do things when I'm not ready. I don't want to do things when I don't feel I feel like I have to force myself. But right now I feel like, yes, I enjoy doing it. So please support me by subscribing if you can. So I'll see you again on the next video, part 2. Thank you.